Hi everyone, this is Tammy at Snowstorm Crafts, and if you're new here, welcome, and if you've been here before, welcome back. So today is episode or part 2 to my tropical flower series, and I will post at the end screen the playlist so you guys can come catch up and get caught up with me and see what we're doing here. Okay, so what I got today is my watercolor paper, which is 9 by 12, and it's 140 pounds, 300 GSM, and I just got this at Walmart. It's just watercolor paper. It works great. And what else we would be incorporating is, so I have this blouse that it fit weird, never really even wore it, and I loved the flowers on it. I think they're so cool. So I've been cutting these up. And this is the main, I use it as some of the background stuff too, like some background. It's not necessarily the focal point. That's what I didn't do on the first one, but you never know. Things can change up. I'm going to do 5 of these, a series of 5, so I can make them into digitals and put them into my Etsy shop. So that's my goal. And I will be incorporating the fabric in it, which has some really cool stuff. I thought it was really fun, tropical flowers and things like that. So I got that. Plus I'll be doing this is on my deli paper, and you get like 1,000 sheets of these. They're really great. They're like size 8 by 10, and they're bakery tissue deli paper, and they just come out and they're really cool. So I'll put that link down below if you guys want to check it out, my Amazon links. And so I was going to incorporate some pink here, some what did I do this with? Reinforcements. I went ahead and did some black paint and did some reinforcements. I thought those would be kind of fun. Some black paint strokes on here, so those will be, I'll glue some of these down throughout. And what we're going to start with is just some scraps, table scraps that you got, any scraps hanging around, and I glue it down with my Elmer's glue and water. It's just a 50-50. Just Elmer's glue and water, and I think it works great for me. It makes it a little warpy, a little warp happening, but that's why I tape down with masking tape. And then when I'm all done and it's all totally dry, I put it into my press that my husband made me, and it has bolts that you just screw down and presses it really nice before I scan it into my Etsy shop. So it works out perfect for me. It's a good process I have going here. So I'm going to start with those and incorporate these. This is a couple that I want to use throughout on this one. I'm going to do a little pinks and blues and greens, and also some stenciling. I'll have that somewhere if it works out as I go along. I think I want to do it like I did the first one, put a little stencil, a flower stencil, not sure which one yet, but I have a set of, I think it's 10 of them, and these are my big ones, and they have different things. Let's see, so you can do butterflies, birds, you can probably see better like that, birds, butterflies, dragonflies, I think I got a honeybee. It comes with a good amount of things, but I got those down in my Amazon links if you want to check those out. Okay, and let's see, so it'll be out of my flower part here. And I would probably be incorporating some of my grease pens, which are really fun, and these links will be down below too. And my pastels. These are really fun to play with too. So I got that. You just need some water. These are some of the paints I'll be using, which is just bright magenta, Mars black, titanium white. Probably throw in some watered down gesso throughout. Maybe even some just gesso. Oh, and texture. I like to use my texture paste. The crackle. It's the crackle paste. I like the crackle paste. I think it works really good. Yeah, and you never know. So that's what I'm going to start off with, and I'll make sure to stop and pop in back in between and explain some of the things I've done and if I change things up, and so I'll keep you guys informed. And let's get to it. All right, so I've gotten to here with it, and what I've done so far is glued down the scrap papers, painted over the top with the titanium white Liquitex, then added in the strips that I cut off the last project that I did. So I put those on here, glued, put those on top of the paint, and then I did the same with the fabric. I just laid it on top of the paint when it was wet and just let it dry. And then I took some crackle paste. I just did some crackle paste and did that around, and I thought it was really cool on the ends and the tips of the flowers here. So I think that's super fun. So now what I want to do is I will take my soft charcoal pencil and I want to outline, I'm just going to go and outline all the edges around the papers. And just go throughout and do that all the way through. So I'll do that, and then I want to take some of the deli paper with the reinforcements and maybe glue some of that down. Plus add a little bit more pink, maybe over in the corner here. And I'm not sure if I'll do the black or not. So I'm just gonna kind of go with the feel here, and then I'm gonna take some pretty papers, cut those, place them, I'm thinking over in the right corner, but we'll see where it looks like it should go. And then I'll take one of my stencils here and stencil in black over the top. And then I will take my grease pens, my pencils here, the China markers, and just go ahead and with the black, after I do the black stenciling, I'll just outline it and make it pop with this. And we'll go from there. I'm not sure what else I'll do, but you never know. I might throw some more stuff in there. So I will pop back in and talk to you guys in a minute. Okay, so I am all done. I am loving how it turned out. I think it turned out so cool. I would love to hear in the comments what you guys think about it. I would really love to hear what you guys think. Okay, so let's see. What did I do next? I put the paper down, did the stenciling. And when I did the stencil, I did on tissue paper I turned it over and did a stamp stencil of it, like the opposite of it. And I thought that looked cool. So I went ahead and put that down on deli paper. And the reason I like to do it on deli paper is because I like to cut it out and then place it around and see where it would work the best. And I really liked it there. So I placed it here, and then I went ahead and did another stencil here on the deli paper and laid it out. and I really like the way it turned out. And then I did some pink and green, the deli leaves up here. Then I decided to do some down here to catch the eye around with the green. And I took my pastels. So I got my pastels and I went ahead and tried to match some of the colors that were over in the fabric here, just to bring the eye around. And I add a little bit here, and then I did a little more pink with the pastels. I used my Sharpie. It's an extra fine Sharpie marker, and I did that to outline in here. I used my black. It's a Precise V5, and it's just an extra fine. You could see. So I did that in here. I did a little bit of detail. I used my soft charcoal. And after I painted, because it had that kind of like a turquoise-ish, greenish, like a weird, the color wasn't matching for me. That was over here. So I took my pink, bright magenta, after I put some gesso on top of it, or maybe it was white acrylic. It was one or the other, just to give a base to it. And then I went ahead and painted over the top with the bright magenta. And then I took my charcoal pencil here and just kind of did that around it. And what else? Did some splatters with the magenta, the black, and the gesso, or the white. It was one or the other. And I splatted around. Did some charcoaling around everywhere. I'm going to do some around here too. It just gives it like a nice little bold, fun outline. I like using the charcoal pencils. But yeah, I'm trying to think, what else did I do? Let's see. That just gives it kind of a nice little, makes it pop out a little bit. I think that's about it. Oh, and then I did some marks. I used my charcoal pencil and went around and did some marking, just some lines and different things like that. But yeah, I think it turned out really cool. I had a lot of fun making this with you guys. And please, if you could, subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell and you guys can see my next video when I post it. Like, comment, and share, and let's grow together. And keep on crafting.